Oun Abbas here from Seconds Out, here with the former flyweight WBC champ, Charlie Edwards. Charles, how's it going? It's been a long time since I've seen you. It's been a long time since boxing has really been in play. We know that Frank and Eddie are trying to do their bits now, but how's time been for yourself? I know you've had a lot of time off.
It feels so good to be back, and I might have had a lot of time off outside of the ring, but in the gym I haven't had time off. I've been developing, I've been working on myself, and I've been bettering myself each and every day, and yeah, I'm looking forward to being back on the scene now, back on the showtime, and back putting in good performances.
Charlie, I've known you a long time. I've seen you grow throughout your career, but physically today I've seen you grow. You look huge. Like, I know you're moving up to bantamweight, but when I've seen you previously, you've always been flyweight, super flyweight. I know it seemed at that point you were not struggling, but you know there was certain features on your face that looked quite sucked. But now you're looking quite healthy. You're looking quite good. Let's talk about bantamweight. What prompted it? I'll probably answer my own question, but what prompted it?
I was buggered. I won't swear. I was buggered down at flyweight. I think everyone seen that my last fight out. I've always been massive for flyweight, you know. And I used to fight at super flyweight, and then I dropped down for the world title. So I've grown. My body's developed. It's grown. I'm maturing, and it just made sense. It made sense this fight come up, and with this time, this COVID time, and this craziness, it was a fight that I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'll do that, and feel great, feel strong, feel more focused than I've ever felt. My speed's improved. My brain's functioning better. Like it's crazy what a few pounds can do. And Saturday night I'll put that on the show.
Let's talk about that. You were at flyweight, then went super flyweight, then went back to flyweight to fight for the WBC title. How is it detrimental to yourself physically? Does it, sometimes people going up and down the way, it's not really great for them. For yourself, do you feel like it's been a bit detrimental doing that?
Yeah, definitely. I was putting my health severely on the line, but in this game, when you get the opportunity, you make sacrifices, and I did, and it paid off. I've become a WBC world champion. Now I'm focusing on my health. Now I'm focusing on moving through the weights and living a childhood dream of becoming a multi-weight world champion. So I've got to be on the ball Saturday night. I can't look past it, and I've put in everything. This last year, I haven't had a training camp for this. I have been training and preparing myself mentally, physically, emotionally, nutritionally for the last year. I've been at it, been in the gym, working on myself. And Saturday night, the dark times are behind me, and we can move on with my career. And I'm looking forward to this, and I feel great, and I'm going to put on a great performance.
Actually, talking about bantamweight, you've been sparring with a few bantamweights throughout your career. Ryan Burnett, I think, springs to mind as one of them. Lee McGregor springs to mind as well. So you've sort of had that experience in camp. How has that been for yourself?
Oh, definitely. Listen, I've sparred bantamweights a lot. I've sparred Paul Butler, Ryan Burnett as he was unifying the division for a whole year, Stewie Hall, IBF. So yeah, I've sparred them all. And listen, there's not much difference between bantamweight and flyweight. Really not. In fact, I'm better because I feel stronger. And not only that, I'm taking my speed with me, I'm taking my movement with me, and I'm punching harder. So all round, I'm an even better fighter. So I'm going to be a problem on Saturday.
Well, moving up to bantamweight, it also brings bigger names, bigger money. Is that how you see it now? You're getting, you're 27 years old now, you're getting close to the end of your career. I don't know when that might be. You're still young, but you've been fighting for a long time. But is it big names, bigger money as well?
I feel like people look at me like an old man because I've been around for years, but I'm only 27. I've still got years ahead of me, and going through the weights gives me that drive, that hunger to be able to push my boundaries and limits. And obviously, as you go through the weights, the money goes up, and it's a good time.
Let's talk about your opponent, Kyle Williams. I know he's here to spoil the party. The big sort of promotion has been that Charlie Edwards has signed with Frank Warren. Charlie Edwards is at the bantamweight. He's looking to make noise at this weight, but this guy's come to spoil the party, so you have to be 100% on your ball. I suppose being a year out, you're not going to lose your motivation over this fight, are you?
No, because I had a dark time in my last fight, and that's made me hungrier than ever. I'm putting that behind me, and this is my fight to free myself from that mental torture that it brought. And Like I'm saying, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming. I haven't prepared like this. I've probably prepared better for this than I did for my WBC World title fight. I had a lot of shit going on in my private life. Then it was a craziness. And now I'm settled. My home life is settled. Got my own house, my missus, and got engaged, getting married next month. And I've got a baby on the way. And that gives me 10 times motivations to be able to move on in my career, move to bigger and better things, and provide a great life for my child.
I want to talk about a press release that Frank Ward did about maybe a month or maybe 2 months ago, where he sort of put his fighters versus Eddie Hearn's fighters, and your name was with Kal Yafai. I know you moved up to bantamweight, and Kal's obviously fighting at the weight that he's fighting at. But do you still want that fight? I was there when you guys had that little altercation at the matchroom event, the back and forth then on the show. But do you still want that fight?
Of course I still want that fight. I want my revenge on Cal, like for what he used to do to me in sparring when I was a kid, So, of course I want that fight. The only one who goes quiet about it is him. This is the same old story, the same old narrative again and again and again. Hopefully it can happen, but I can't overlook Carl Williams. I've got a great fighter in front of me on Saturday night, and I'm prepared to put on a great performance, and I'm going to put on a great performance. And then after, when all said is done, hopefully Frank and Eddie sit down to business, and we can talk about it.
This last 2 questions from myself. We've heard that the UK government are sort of going to do some sort of lockdown, but they've said that there is not going to be no more sporting events in regards to fans being in sporting events. We were told 1st of October fans might have been let in, but that seems to be extended now. In regards to making big fights, we've seen, for example, Daniel Dubov's, the George Joyce not being made because there's no fans allowed in. Is it going to get to a point, if this does carry on, that fighters might have to take a little bit of a pay cut just to make fights?
We'll wait and see on that one. I don't know. We don't know what the future holds. Here today, gone tomorrow, who knows? We'll wait and see. I don't think a lot of fighters will be prepared to. But then, if the times change, the times change. And you've got to run with it.
Just final question. A big fight that's been announced in the world. Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. Just give me your thoughts on that fight. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think it's a great fight. A very, very great fight and a very interesting fight. I would never like to bet against Lomachenko. I've seen him for years and years in the amateurs, but I believe it is the most 50-50 fight in a long, long time. So it's going to be a great fight. So I don't know. I've got to sit on the fence on that one. I can't pull them apart, to be honest. Fair
enough. Charlie, good luck on Saturday night. Just finally, how do you see that fight going on Saturday night? What sort of prediction are you giving for yourself?
Dominant performance. Gonna punch perfect, dominant performance, and I wouldn't be surprised if what I've been doing in sparring and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if I catched him because he's got a lot of opportunities and he's open a lot. And if I catch him clean, I wouldn't be surprised if he went.
Cool. Charlie Edwards, thank you very much for talking Seconds Out. I appreciate your time as ever, top man.